Hi everyone, on today's video we're going to look at the Thailand Digital Arrival Card, or Tdac. I'm going to address and resolve a few issues that are causing people problems, and I'm going to do it in real time on the actual Tdac website. Hopefully you'll see that it's actually quite straightforward and can be completed in less than 10 minutes. So the first question is, what exactly is Tdac? Well, it's an online form, part of the Thai immigration process, and it tells the Thai government who you are, when, where and how you plan to arrive and depart the country, and where you're staying on your first night in the land of smiles. Visitors to Thailand used to have to give this information by filling in a physical paper form, the TM6 card, and handing it in at immigration. This process was slow and confusing and significantly delayed the immigration process at the airport. But since 2025, you can fill in the new Tdac online in the days prior to your trip, and it's really sped up the whole arrivals process. For all intents and purposes, everyone who passes through immigration into Thailand must complete a Tdac. If you don't, the Thai immigration won't let you in. It's as simple as that. And a new Tdac must be completed every time you enter the country. And that brings us to the first thing that seems to cause a little bit of confusion, and that's when you actually need to complete your Tdac online. Well, you have 72 hours prior to your planned arrival time in Thailand to complete and submit the form. So find out your scheduled arrival time, count back 72 hours, and that's the point at which you can start submitting your Tdac. If you try and do it before that time, the website just won't let you submit your information. Once you've completed and submitted your Tdac, you'll be sent an email with a QR code on it. Now, don't worry if you don't know what a QR code is. You just need to either print off the email or save it onto your phone so you can show immigration if required. So let's get on with filling in the form. First of all, you need to find the right website. Put Tdac Thailand into your search engine and scroll down until you find this website. Alternatively, you can just put in this website address. This process is completely free. If you do find yourself on a website that wants you to pay money for this service, you're in the wrong place. Click on the link and it will take you to this page. Click on the blue box that says Arrival Card and that'll take you to where you fill in the form. The first section we come to is your passport details. It's very important that you fill this in exactly as it appears on your passport. So check for spelling mistakes and make sure you enter your passport number correctly. If you don't have a middle name on your passport, you can leave that section blank. On the nationality citizenship section, you can either click on the blue circle and that brings up a list you can scroll through, or you can type in the first few letters and that will bring up options. And you should choose the nationality as it's shown on your passport. Scroll down to the personal information section, choose your date of birth, the format is year, then month, then date, and as you can see it gives you the options to click, and again make sure this corresponds with what's in your passport. Now fill in your occupation. Don't get too hung up on this. I don't think they really check too much what your job is. Just put what best describes your situation. Gender's fairly self-explanatory. Just check whichever applies to you. Okay, and now visa number, which is something else which can cause confusion. First up, Tdac is not a visa. It's an addition to the visa system. As you can see, there's no red asterisk next to where it says visa. So if you are entering visa-free by the visa waiver system, or if you're entering via the visa on arrival system, you can leave this blank. Only fill this section in if you have applied for and been granted a visa. Onto your country of residence, you can click the blue circle and bring up the drop-down box and scroll through, or enter the first few letters of your country, and once you've done that, go to the city or state of residence. Click on the blue circle and it will bring up options. And onto your phone number. As you can see by entering your country in the previous box, it will automatically fill in your country's dialing code, and all you have to do is enter your phone number, that's the phone you use in your own country, in the box on the right. And then click on continue. This brings up the next page and we're on to information about your trip. Using the pop-up box, fill in the date you're arriving in Thailand. Now remember when I said you have 3 days before your arrival to complete your Tdac? Well, this is where it will stop you if you try and do it before the 72 hours, as it only gives you the option of 3 days to fill in here. This next section has caused a bit of confusion. The country or territory where you boarded. Now, if you're taking 2 or more flights to get here, what they want is where you got on your first flight. So if, for example, you're flying from Great Britain to Dubai, then Dubai to Thailand, you should put Great Britain as where you boarded. Purpose of travel, for the vast majority of people, that's going to be holiday, but if it's for something else, just check the options. Mode of travel, just pick one of these, air, land or sea, as to how you're entering the country of Thailand. And mode of transport, for most people that's going to be a commercial flight. And for flight number, vehicle number, again, check your airline ticket, it will tell you the flight number, and in this occasion it's the flight that's landing in Thailand, whatever the flight number is that's landing in Thailand, and that should be on your airline ticket. And now to your departure details, and this has caused some problems for some people. Now for most of you this is straightforward, it's the flight details for your departure going back home, and you can fill this in as I'm showing you. Now for some people, they're going to arrive in Thailand with no fixed plan as to where and when they're going to leave backpacking. So what Thai immigration want to know is that you're definitely going to leave Thailand within your permitted period of stay. If you're not sure where and when you're going after Thailand, there is a solution. Thailand has several cheap bus routes to neighbouring countries. Google search them and pick the cheapest option, making sure the departure is within your permitted number of days stay in Thailand. Now you book a journey out of the country, even better if you can find a trip that you can cancel without cost later, and that becomes the details you can submit here. Don't worry, Thai immigration knows that plans can change and it won't cause you any issue, provided you do actually leave Thailand without overstaying your entitlement of days. And now on to accommodation details, and this is where most confusion comes in. What they want here is where you're staying on your first night in Thailand. Not the rest of your trip, just the first night. Type of accommodation, choose the drop-down box. For most people it'll be a hotel. Choose whichever is most applicable to your situation. This next one, the province, has caused a few problems for some people. Places like Bangkok and Phuket are in provinces named after themselves, but places like Pattaya, for instance, is in Chonburi province. Koh Samui is in Surat Thani. If the place you're staying doesn't appear on this list, you can Google and find out the province for your destination. For the rest of this, check your booking confirmation with your hotel and put in the address details as given. And remember, it's just the hotel you're staying in for the first night of your stay in Thailand. Once you've completed your details, press the continue button, which I've highlighted in green here, and that takes us on to the next page, which is the health declaration. This health declaration is solely about yellow fever, and only if you have, in the past 2 weeks, been in a country that has yellow fever, which in effect means countries in South America and Africa. Choose which country you've been in for the past 2 weeks in this drop-down box. If the country you've been in has yellow fever, you'll be asked to provide details of your yellow fever vaccinations. If the country doesn't have yellow fever, then that option won't appear and you can click on Continue. And that brings us to the page where you can review your answers and complete your application. Just check through the answers you've given to make sure they're correct, and if they are, scroll down to this part here. If you need to make changes, you can press the edit button. If everything is okay, you need to enter your email address that you want your QR confirmation code sending to. Obviously take care and make sure you enter the email address correctly. And then check the box which says you have read and accepted the terms. That will bring up this box. Just read through and then click on the Agree button. Notice the blue Submit button has turned blue, and you can press that and that will submit your application. And that's it, your application is submitted. Keep checking your email inbox. It usually only takes a few minutes for your confirmation QR code to appear. If it doesn't, make sure to check the spam section of your email. But you should end up receiving an email like this one. Download it to your phone or print it out and make sure you have it with you as you go through Thai immigration. I'll leave it here, and if you found this video to be helpful or interesting, then please like and subscribe my channel, and I will see you on the next video.